Snake Eyes! Alright, so dice and cards, or Descartes if you're French. I actually have no idea how to pronounce that, but all I know is that there's a book called Descartes by a guy named Richard Vollmer, and it's just all about dice and cards. Now, I don't speak French, and I can't translate French, but there is a way that I've translated a trick from that book into English, and I will not tell you how I did that. It's a secret. But this is a really old principle in magic and mathematics, and I'd like to show you the trick and how it's done. Let's get into it. Chess is all about strategy. Dice stands for pure chance, luck versus luck. However, cards are a combination of the two. Fate shuffles, and we play. Would you like to play a little game of dice and cards with me today? Perfect, you'll be awesome for this. So here's what we'll do. Take the dice, and you can obviously see that they're not trick dice, they're just regular dice, and you can throw them around just to make sure of that if you would like to. Alright, so what I'll have you do is just roll some dice and stop when you're happy. Alright, so maybe they stop right here. We have a 3 and a 2, which equals 5. So we'll deal 5 cards on the table. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you can choose any die that you want to, and you'll just turn it over to get a new number, which is a 5 in this case. So we'll deal 5 cards. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Now you have the chance to pick this die up again and roll it to just get one more new number. Alright, so maybe it's a 4 in this case. So that's a 1, 2, 3, 4. Any other combination of numbers would have been totally different. So let's take it even a step further. Alright, so what you ended up here on is 4 plus 3 equals 7. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll deal 7 cards down to the table, just like this. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That will be your card. We'll put these cards aside. Now, there's no way that I could know what that card is, but the cards know. All we have to do is count the cards, and this could have been any amount from your dice rolls, from your decisions that you just made. We'll count these cards. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. That tells me that this card that you just picked randomly is a 7. But is it a black 7 or is it a red 7? I couldn't know that. But the cards know. So is it a black 7 or a red 7? We'll do this. Black, red, black, red, black, red, black. That card has to be a black 7. But is it a spade or is it a club? I couldn't know that. But the cards know. So I'll just put this up to my ear and maybe I can get maybe I can hear something. Ah, I heard it. That card is the 7 of spades. Please turn it over and we'll see together which... Oh, look at that. It's the 7 of spades. But do you want to know why I knew that was a 7 of spades? I knew it wasn't the club because the club is right here. Do you want to know how I really knew that it wasn't a red 7? Well, because they're over here. 2 red 7s right there. That's all 4 7s. And that is how you can... what was that? Can I do it with the aces? The aces, I don't know. Well, I guess I sort of can. Okay, so there is a bit of a setup, and this is what you will do. So you want to stack the 7s like this. 2 red 7s on top of the 2 black 7s, the 7 of spades being the face card of the 7s like this. So these go on top of the deck. So you have the 2 red 7s, 7 of clubs, and the 7 of spades. All right, so on top of those, you want to put the aces on top, and then just so they come out in alternating color, I like to set them like this, black, red, red, black. Just a preference of mine, it doesn't matter, but I like to have everything looking nice. Okay, so these aces go on top of the 7s, and you're ready to begin. So you'll want to bring out some dice, from your pocket and start talking about things like, chess is a game of strategy, whereas dice is a game of chance, luck versus luck, and say that cards are a combination of the two. And as you're saying that, you can just do a jog shuffle like this, and then shuffle off, and then keeping that in jog, say blah, 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 cards are a combination of the two. Whatever you want to say, and then just cut to the break as you finish talking like this, so you've maintained that setup on top of the deck there. Now you say, would you like to play a game of chance with me with cards and dice? And they say, yeah. I say, perfect, you'll do awesome for this. and now you just have them take the dice. And in the performance, I just out of bad habit, I said, "Oh, these dice are normal. They're not in loaded dice at all." Please don't say that. All right. So there's no reason to say that. There's no reason to tell them that. The only thing that they are loaded if you say that. All right. So just say you have some dice, and we'll use these for the effect. So we'll ask them to roll the dice like this a couple times and stop whenever they are happy with their number. So okay, so let's say they stop right here on let's see, on 10. Okay, so what they'll do is whatever number they land on, in this case 10, they'll deal 10 cards face down on the table into a pile. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards. Now you have them choose any die they want to and turn it over on the reverse side, and we'll use that number now. All right, so on the other side of this, we have a 3, so they deal 3 cards on top of this. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then they'll take the same die, and then they'll just roll it again to get a new random number. So, all right, so maybe they land on a, well, that was a 3 again. Maybe they land on a 5, okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you just put the deck away. Now you see, look, the final outcome of this was we landed on a 6 and a 5. That gives us 11. 11 is our ultimate number in this case. So what we'll do now is deal 11 cards maybe on the deck. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And you just give them this 11th card to hold on to face down. They don't see it yet. Tell them to keep it a mystery. But it'll always be that 7 of spades. But this procedure is just how the force works. All right, so they're holding on to that 7 of spades face down over here. And you say, look, I couldn't know what that card is, but the cards know. And say that all you have to do is count the cards, and it'll tell you what the value of the card is, all right? So I couldn't know what that card is, but the cards always know. So just count these face down into a pile. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It'll always be 7. It's just how the mathematical principle works, am I right? So say that I couldn't know if it was a black 7 or a red 7, but the cards always know. So you just make 2 piles, and you say black, red over and over, but you start with black, very important, all right? So always start with black, dealing in 2 piles. So that's black, red, black, red, black, red, black, and flip the last card like this, black. Then you say, that must be a black 7, but I couldn't know whether it's the 7 of spades or the 7 of clubs. Say, but the cards always know. So do whatever kind of presentational thing you want. Maybe put it up to your ear and say, but if I put it close to me, or maybe I can hear something. Say, I just heard it was a 7 of spades. That card has to be the 7 of spades. So ask them to turn it over like this and say, of course, the cards always know it's the 7 of spades. Now you say, look, the reason why I knew it was a 7 of spades is because the 7 of clubs is over here, so it had to be the 7 of spades, whatever you want to say, right? Then you put it there. And then you say, look, the reason why I knew why it wasn't one of the red 7s is because, well, they were over here the whole time, and then you just put them over here like this. And then you want to wait for a beat or two, and then you say, well, you might be wondering, maybe can I do it with the aces? And the answer is always yes. Alright guys, so as always, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It really does mean the world to me. And if you learned something new, if you got value out of this video, do me a huge favor and hit that like button and sub to the channel. Until next time, happy practicing. I love you guys.